Hello, I'm going to be giving you some ideas about how to use online assessments that connect Google Forms and YouTube. So first, let's talk about when this might be used. As a general check for understanding after watching a YouTube video, you could also use this for deeper thinking questions, maybe asking students to watch the video and give their interpretation of it. You could also have it be a collection tool for feedback or reflections. Students who are absent might benefit from this because you could ask them to watch a video that reviews the topics of the lesson and then have them answer questions to show that they understand what they missed. Or if you're someone who uses the flipped classroom concept, you could actually have the students watch the videos at home, do some questions to make sure that they understand the material, and then come to class the next day ready to work with that material. So there's 4 basic steps that you'll follow. First of all, you want to find some YouTube videos that would be helpful in the lesson that you're teaching. Next, you're going to create a Google form with questions about the video. And once you have those 2 components done, then you will insert the YouTube videos into the Google form and merge it so that it's ready to share with students. So here is a Google form that I have already created. It is set up as a quiz and I have the answer key ready to go. The form is set up in 3 sections. The first one is just getting some information from the students. The second section, I'm going to have them watch an introductory video that describes the difference between independent and dependent variables and then has the students answer questions based on that video. And the third section, they are going to actually watch the Mythbusters episode that has some research where they're trying to decide whether cars should be built with dimples that resemble golf balls to help with their gas mileage. And we'll have the students watch the video and then answer some questions about independent and dependent variables in that specific experiment. So the first thing I want to do is decide where to input the video. And I think the first video would be good to put here after the start of section 2 before they start answering questions. So I'm going to go ahead and click here right before where I want the video to be inserted. So this area right here. And you'll notice that it selects this section heading, and over to the right-hand side is the menu bar of the things that you can insert. Well, I want to insert a video, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Video. And right up here is the link box to where I'm going to put the information from my video. Well, I've already found the 2 videos and I have tabs open up here, so I'm going to go to the first one I want, where the students are identifying the independent variable and dependent variable definitions. I'm just going to copy the link for that video and come back over here to my original tab, and in this box I'm going to paste that link that I want and have it search, and there is my first video about independent and dependent variables. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this to select it, and then this button down here will actually move it into your Google form. So I'm going to click select. And I do want to give the students some information, maybe some directions about what I want them to do. So I want them to watch this video to review the difference between independent and dependent events. And then I want them to answer the questions. Okay, so that one's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and show this again in the third section. So I'm going to scroll down here. There's the questions from the second video. And here is the section about the dimpled car. Well, I want the video to go right here after the introduction and before the question starts. So I'm going to make sure this is highlighted. Off to the right-hand side is this button right here for me to be able to add the video. I'm going to click on that. Now this is the video that I added last time. I don't want that same video again. So I'm going to go over here to my other tab where I already have the video ready to go of the golf ball visual. I'm going to go ahead and copy this link, move back over to the tab that has my Google form, and change this to the video that has the dimple car experiment. I want to select it, and as soon as I do that, this will pop up here. When I click on this, it's going to move it into my Google Forms. All right, well, again, I want to give the students some information about what I want them to do. So I want them to watch the dimpled car experiment, and I want them to pay attention to the types of variables used and the data being collected. Okay, and underneath here are the questions that I will ask them to answer. Okay, so now that my Google form is done, I do want to preview it just to make sure that everything in that video is what I want it to look like, that the questions are formatted the way I want them to look like. So over here under the preview button, I'm going to go ahead and click that. It will open up a new tab that shows me how the students are going to see this. This looks pretty good. Here's the title. I do need to insert my email address so I can go to the next screen since it's a required field. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click Next. All right, there is the video that I just inputted about the difference between independent and dependent events. I'm going to click on this just to show that it does work. Yep, it's exactly what I want to see. If you'll notice here, the students can pause or fast forward or rewind. They can change the volume. So that is all right here. And the questions are underneath it. So if they need to go back and look at this video again to be able to answer the questions, it's available to them. And let's go ahead and look at the third section. So I'll click on Next down here. And here is my third video. I'm going to go ahead and play that. And there's the golf balls, and there is the car that is set up to look like a golf ball, and they're talking about the experiment. So I know that link is working. And down here are the questions that I'm going to have the students answer. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close out this preview. And at this point, my form is ready to share with my students. I can go ahead and share it on Google Classroom. I could email it to them. Maybe I want to put the link on my class website. However I would share that information with students, it is ready to go now. Okay, and just a review again of the steps. You will want to find YouTube videos that apply to your lesson. Separate from that, you'll want to create a Google form that has the questions you want to ask the students about the video. Once you have those two components done, you can insert that YouTube video into the Google form, and it will be ready for you to share with students. Again, some of the uses, you can use it for very basic checks for understanding. You could ask the students deeper thinking questions. You could also have them look at feedback or reflections based on a video that they've watched. Another idea would be to use this with absent students, where you can show them a video that has the content they missed and some questions to make sure they understand that content. And then finally, if you're planning on doing a flipped classroom, you can have the students watch the videos and answer the questions at home, and then come to class the next day ready to do their work. And again, this is a tutorial on how to connect Google Forms and YouTube videos to do online assessments.